In 1918, while the world was fighting the deadliest war it had ever seen, a silent killer swept the globe. It didn't care about borders, armies, or ideologies. It killed more people than World War I itself. This is the story of the Spanish flu, the pandemic that changed the world forever. Welcome to Historically Speaking, where history lives and breathes. In today's episode, we're diving deep into the Spanish flu of 1918, how it started, how it spread, and what the world learned from it, or didn't. The Spanish flu wasn't Spanish. It likely began in Kansas, at a U.S. Army base in early 1918. But because Spain wasn't censoring its media during World War I, Spanish newspapers were the first to report on it. Hence the misleading name. It was caused by an influenza virus, similar in type to the swine flu of 2009. But in 1918, the world didn't have antivirals, vaccines, or even the concept of a virus as we know it. The flu spread rapidly due to the movement of troops during World War I. Soldiers carried it from the US to France, from France to the UK, and beyond. Within months, it reached every continent, even remote islands in the Pacific. By the end of 1918, 1/3 of the world's population, roughly 500 million people, had been infected. What made the Spanish flu so terrifying wasn't just the speed, it was who it killed. Unlike most types of flu that are deadliest to the very young and the elderly, this one struck healthy adults aged 20 to 40 the hardest. It caused an immune overreaction called a cytokine storm, which turned the body's defenses against itself. Lungs filled with fluid. People suffocated in a matter of hours. Doctors were helpless. Hospitals ran out of space. Coffins ran out. In some cities, bodies piled up in the streets. In the absence of vaccines, cities relied on public health measures. Schools closed. Churches shut down. Public gatherings were banned. Masks became mandatory. Sound familiar? But not everyone listened. In some places, like Philadelphia, officials held parades despite warnings. And within a week, thousands were dead. In contrast, cities like St. Louis acted quickly, and their death tolls were much lower. The Spanish flu killed an estimated 50 to 100 million people, more than the entire death toll of World War I. It remains the deadliest pandemic in modern history, even surpassing the HIV/AIDS crisis in annual deaths. To put that in perspective, the global death rate was about 2.5% of the world population at the time. Oddly, once the pandemic ended in 1919, it was rarely talked about again. It left no great memorials or national days of mourning, but it shaped the world in other ways. It advanced public health systems, created epidemiology as a modern science, and exposed how fragile society can be in the face of disease. Over a century later, the world faced another deadly pandemic, COVID-19, and suddenly the lessons of 1918 felt eerily relevant. Social distancing, masks, misinformation, and government hesitation? We've seen it all before. The question is, will we remember it this time? The Spanish flu of 1918 showed us how fast the world can change and how resilient we can be in the face of crisis. If you found this video powerful, hit the like button, subscribe for more history that matters, and let us know in the comments. What surprised you most about the 1918 flu? Thanks for watching, and remember, history isn't just about the past, it's a mirror to our present.